Hi guys, I'd like to share you a feeling. You may or may not have seen that the last months I ventured my way with ArcoLinux Nemesis scripts over the years over so many ArcoLinux distributions. And sometimes one is extra, but in the end, right, it's still Arch. At some point in time, I thought, would it be possible to have Chadwm on other than Arch-based systems? So I've seen now a lot of distributions lately, and they're not all here, are not all documented, but I just discovered something that made me fall in love with Arch all over again, right? After visiting so many distributions, I really think Arch is awesome, right? Only a few days ago, I had this what if. What if I have Arcoinstall? So Arcoinstall is basically let's do a copy from here. Let's duplicate. It's just one letter difference, right? Arco, Arcoinstall. And Arcoinstall is from the guys from ArcoLinux. And he's a developer that lets us use a script to install ArcoLinux on anything, right? The Arch installer. And I had this idea, I looked at the code and I said, what if I change that code to include Chadwm? So another way to install Chadwm, like so many ways explained in all these videos, right? Peppermint, Pop OS, Void, any of those. I can have Chadwm. And that makes our lives super simple and super easy. Two things. I need to have this. As a result, build ISO, I get the ArcoLinux ISO. It's just the same name, right? ArcoLinux of a certain date. That's the only thing he does. He looks at the date and gives it an extension here. And then you boot up and it's just like being on Arch. And there's the Arcoinstall, but a tweaked one, a changed one. And that's the point, right? The modularity, the flexibility, the possibilities is just amazing. So voila, I've fallen in love again with Arch. So let me show you what I would do if I want to have an ISO, well, if I want to have an operating system based on Arch on my hardware. I'll start with the Arcoinstall, of course, right? In this case, I can actually choose Chadwm. I git clone this thing, or I download it, right? Extract it. I run the script build ISO, and then you get this ISO that's in the temp Arcoinstall, I think, in the out folder, right? I moved it here. Besides showing me my emotions, here is an installation of Arcoinstall, because I've never shown you an encrypted installation, I think. It stays very much an Arch install. As you see in the greeter, there is no column R's, there is pure Arch. The only thing is, it has the very last code of Arcoinstall, plus the extras that I provide. And then in the end, we have a Chadwm. Then we use the ArcoLinux Nemesis script to make it perfect. Et voila, done. Under 30 minutes, certainly, you're done. So this is here for you guys. I've set my system here to be B11. If you don't like that, remove that line and that's gone, right? But we need to press any key, so I'm just making you aware of two little changes there. And of course, if you type alias, you would know that too. Voila. At the very top it says Arcoinstall equals Arcoinstall Advanced under the colors of root and the red root. So basically the only reason why I do that is because I want to have the option to set my parallel downloads. I can say 20 rather than, I think the default is 8 these days. So BE, there we go. Let's find this encryption thing. So it's very much pure Arch, except there are some things I can do. So encryption type, LUX, encryption password, voila, partitions, and that's it, no HSM. Then we're going for swap, do want Chadwm, no, bootloader is cool, root password, user account, and confirm. Profile, and that's the new thing, right? We have here the option to install Chadwm, not only Chadwm, everything from ArcoLinux, all the things, 8 years of work, right? All the things we've done, wallpapers, you name it, it's all there. So let's get Chadwm in. Graphics driver, since we're on VMware, so take a look at your hardware, know what you're working with. And if you don't know what you're working with, well, you have to test a few of them until you do, until you know it works. In this case, it's VirtualBox, the greeter is SDDM, and I just make my decisions, right? It's just nothing more than some Lego blocks that I like to get in. We've done that. And then time zone is Brussels, and that's it. How easy can life be if you're given a tool like Arcoinstall that I made into an Arcoinstall? And just for one reference, just one thing, namely Chadwm. But let it be an idea, let it be an give you some what ifs of your own, where you say Chadwm is not my thing, but Qtile is, awesome is. And why only have the ArcoLinux repos in the pacman.conf? Why not have more? Because I'd like to have etc, etc, right? As long as pacman knows where it is, signing or not signing, and we can reach it because you've got internet and everything is written correctly, typos and all that, that's a good message, right? That's a good message. Everything is created, formatting, locking device, off we go, poof. There we go. Now we're off. So it is really amazing how fast it all is, the speed, how amazing all these Lego blocks fit together. We can really create anything we like, anything goes, right? And with this tool of Arcoinstall that you can, of Arcoinstall, you can compare between these two. What did I change? You make your own install, right? You make your own thing, your own vision of Cinnamon, I don't know, of Plasma, because you can say in the list of the how to create Plasma, you can just change anything, right? I think it's in code where we can see the code. Here is Budgie. Budgie is for Arcoinstall this. But if you say, no, I'd like to add more things, the only thing you need to do is add a comma. And then this you can type, and then, I don't know, new fetch, right? It will be installed when you select Budgie. Just goes over the list. As long as pacman can find it. So, no typos. Repos, are the repos there, right? Is it okay to fetch it? Keys, signed, not signed, those decisions are entirely up to you, but this is doable, right? And even added one more that wasn't there. All I did was compare, I think awesome and BSPWM, compared these two with melt, say okay, that's the difference. It's a name up here, and here a name, the class needed to be different, unique, and that's it. And this was a long list, which I've been updating the last 3 days, till I get something that I say, okay, this is 95, if not 98% already okay. And all the rest we get, all the rest we like and love. Firefox is already there, but GIMP is not here, Inkscape is not here, OBS Studio is not here, Simple Screen Recorder is not here. So all the software that I miss will be installed with the ArcoLinux Nemesis. But take a look at the Arcoinstall, how are they doing things, and maybe it's a good exercise to learn Python. Maybe you're a student and you want to learn more about Python. You know what I do? You drop this in ChatGPT and ask, what does this line do? Why can you explain what this code does, etc. Right? Talk to it like you would talk to a professor or a tutor and ask, what is it? We could actually create a new profile, right? But now we're in desktop. In desktop we are here. In desktop we have Chadwm. Could create the top level thing, Arco thing or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter, right? We're good we're good, right? With what we have. And yes, I've seen the Cosmic Reader. That was okay. It was working, no problem. First time ever that I saw it. So it's still in development. So maybe if you don't want to waste time, wait a little bit longer. But a lot of codes to learn from, to analyze. I've seen the tip of the iceberg of this code. So yeah, there's still a lot of things to do, and that's fun. As you know, I like to learn. Ctrl Z and save again. So that gives us the time to running. Where are you running? Here is your running. All right. Would you like to root into the newly created installation? There is something to be said of performing post installations. If you say yes, you actually are in the phase where you have mounted your hard disk and you log into your future system. So you can have a look what is installed or not installed. So for analysis, that's cool. And the other thing, if you do know, that was also interesting, if there were errors in the Python code or there were errors in the packaging typos, right? Then you realize, that's the error. You find out a red text, and then the red text points to a certain line, and you go investigate. So both of them are actually interesting, the yes and no, but if everything is okay, you just say no and reboot. We get this. And here we are. A password is required to access the root volume. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so 7 seconds wait if that's too long for you, right? Or the interruption of the boot. But here it is. We have Chadwm. We're connected. Don't show this message again. And everything is there. Everything is working. So Ctrl-Alt-T, and the only thing in VirtualBox, right? PyChem. So Ctrl-Alt-O. PyChem is now killed, and we can navigate over. This is what we get, core and extra. We're on Arch, there are no Arco stuff in here. etc pacman.conf. There is multilab. If you activate it, it's there, right? Just like that, it's there. Core is there and extra is there. Ctrl X, yes please. And if you update again, there it is. Okay. So like I said, the fun stuff, well, there's already a lot, super D, there is a lot of packages already available, where I would say that's good for the start, analysis, figuring things out. You need to have certain core applications, riprap needs to be there, RG, melt is for me essential, Sublime Text is essential, things like that. You decide which applications are essential for you. But what I would do is first of all get next step. So step 1, we've got a system, it's encrypted. That was the point of the video. And then you say make the directory data. There we go. We go inside data, and then we git clone because git is already there. I've done all that, thought about it, efficiency, workflow. What do I want to have? It is a personalized ISO. It's not for the public as a whole, but it's certainly something to think about if you want to take control over the installation process. So there we are. We have now data, ArcoLinux Nemesis, and I can go to dinner because all I need to do is press these things and off we go. Do you want to install yes or no? Chadwm, sure. It will skip over everything because everything is there already. He's getting the keys and the mirrors for ArcoLinux. So straight away, I telling him, never mind these three things, right? Never mind. So probably can I still find it? There it is. Straight away I say, okay, all good and well, but let's get the ArcoLinux stuff in. 1, 2, 3, and multilib is by default also on. Voilà. So that's the pacman configuration from ArcoLinux that we just got in. And here he goes. Here he goes. Working, working, working. A render is there. So if you wanted to make it bigger, there's another way which I have explained in VirtualBox anyway, which I have explained. Let me see at the number. The video I've made recently was VirtualBox. My resolution is too small, 4352. So if you type it in, Arco space colon space 4352, you'll find VirtualBox. My resolution is too small, and it's an interesting way using the VirtualBox service systemctl. So it goes on adding things, and in the meantime we can make it a little bit nicer. So while he's installing, he again makes my screen smaller. So these are the things I would like to have. You decide what you want to have. Voila, a little bit nicer. I have also a scale here for those who want to know that. So scale is something that we use on ArcoLinux, but scale with a double L comes with the ATT, the ArcoLinux Tweet tool. That is interesting because we need scripts, Alt-N, variety kicking in, and variety works on so many desktops, 30 or something. That's because we do something, right? We do the right thing. We change the variety scripts and then it works on all the desktops, not just the main ones, XFC, GNOME, Plasma, Mate, stuff like that. So in the meantime, we're getting all the stuff in. We could do another A render, or I explain another time, but that's a problem. Can't really explain because it's a pacman thing. I need to install something, VirtualBox. I can show you the text. Sudo pacman -s VirtualBox the guest utils. That's the one that you need to install, since I am already installing, but we're almost at the end. Yep, voila, and current choices. So sure, get me this in. So this is basically what I'm telling him, 4352. And then sudo system ctl enable. Now that means start as well, VBox service. And voila, you have a big screen. Better change the wallpaper. Alt-N. Alt-P is previous, Alt-N is next. Alt-F is favorite, Alt-T is trash, that you want to just throw it away, and it's an OK. Super X, we reboot. And now, after all this work, right, Arcoinstall, one thing, ArcoLinux Nemesis, second thing, And here's the password again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's around 7 seconds, 8 seconds. If that's okay for you, you can use encryption. And what do you say about this, right? How is this as a greeter? Welcome to your system. And there we have a full-fledged 1920, 1080 system. Better press Super Shift R again. Yeah, the icons up there are a bit strange. But like I also say in Hyperland and Wayfire, don't trust VirtualBox. Do everything on real metal. I've lost days and days because things didn't work on VirtualBox. I tried it on PC, on real metal, and it was working just fine. The cause was the virtual machine. All right. So think about that when you struggle in your virtual machine. And it's not worth investigating. All right. Enjoy your systems. Enjoy the idea that yes, maybe this can be something for you to build your own ISO based on ArcoLinux on the Arcoinstall. Give it a name, choose your desktop, and make it perfect just the way you see fit. Then later on, ArcoLinux Nemesis, again a few changes, and there it is. Stay in control, learn, and stay in control. Cheers.